right, good morning, PT on Ice Daily Show. Happy Thursday morning. Hope your morning is off to a great start. I apologize for the graininess on Facebook. I'm in a cabin that does not have the best lighting. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Leadership Thursday. I'll be your host, Alan. I'm the COO of ICE, faculty member for the Fitness Athlete Division. Hope that you know today is also Gut Check Thursday, so we posted that last night. Some interval training, some devil's presses, which is a burpee to deadlift to overhead snatch, so quite the full body movement with some box jumps. So we posted that last night. We'll be posting modifications for the older adult and the pregnant and postpartum mom later today as well. So be on the lookout for those so you can integrate this one into the clinic with your patients or clients today or over the weekend. So a couple quick announcements. We will be returning to live courses, as many already know, starting June 1st. So our first course will be the weekend of June 6th, 7th, and 8th out in Charlotte, North Carolina with Jordan for lumbar spine management. That course is already sold out. If you're looking to hit that course and learn more about managing low back pain, you can catch Jeff in Danbury, Connecticut the last weekend of June. And then we are having live courses across the country as we are able. So go to p10ice.com, check out the GeoMap, check out the course you're interested in taking and see what's coming up. Online-wise, most of our online courses have started for the summer, but you can check out Primary Care PT starting the week of June 7th, and then Out of Network Step by Step starting the week of June 18th. So let's talk about today's topic. We get this question a lot. Brand management, brand development, kind of creating a name for yourself and getting patients in the door. Is that really the only thing we care about versus setting up systems to kind of start to automate and really streamline your practice? Once you've opened up your practice or maybe taken over a practice, which one do we prioritize? And first things first, it should surprise none of you that our answer is that it's going to be both, right? It's going to be and not or. And so there's no arguing that you really need to develop your personal brand and on a personal level, on a clinician level, be able to connect with patients, to be able to not only get them in the door, but get that evaluation done, gather those symptoms appropriately, show them within session change, show them that you know what you're talking about, get them to buy into physical therapy, and then craft that plan of care for them and keep them moving along and making progress, and then move them towards their discharge goals. So there's no arguing that is a key point of what we do. But where we see the ball dropped a lot, especially when we're consulting with clinics and large clinic groups, is there's really no focus on any sort of system developments. And when we say system, a lot of people cringe, right? Systems, that sounds like computer stuff. That sounds like someone else's job, sounds like something I'm not going to be good at. Some of you may think that sounds like some sort of automated stuff that I'm not interested in. I see ads for that. Automate your practice, make 9 figures a day automating your practice with this new system. So just that word in of itself can have a negative connotation that kind of sours us to even digging deeper into it. But it's really important that you develop that alongside growing your brand, growing your clinic brand, your personal brand, and your own clinical skills. Because where I see the ball dropped a lot is not having any systems in place. People have no way. I've met more clinicians than I should have who tell me they have no way to contact their patients aside from seeing them physically in person in an appointment. When they work for a large system, they have no way to email those patients. They have no way to text those patients. The only way to follow up with those patients is when they come in a couple days later for their next appointment. And so we obviously, with the symptom behavior model, that just won't fly, right? We know with the tendinopathy literature, we need to be monitoring 24-hour symptom response pattern as well. If you can't text somebody the next morning, shoot them an email, have them text or email you, you're really gonna stretch out that plan of care and be really inefficient with that patient's time and money if you aren't able to contact that person. So we see really kind of a breakdown in communication system, no way to contact that patient, and really no onus on contacting that person. Not having, I'm a big fan of having maybe the first 30 minutes or hour of the day not to see a patient as soon as you walk in, but sitting down and going through your list of patients and texting all those folks, especially those folks who you saw the previous day for their initial evaluation, and gathering that 24-hour response pattern. That's super crucial, especially those first couple visits. And that system too is very reassuring to patients, right? It lets them know that you actually care, that you're following up, excuse me, like you said you would, and that you're kind of guiding them along. And this just wasn't coming and getting some hands-on treatment or exercises or whatever. It's a detailed plan of care, and you're invested in their long-term outcome. That's very reassuring to people. It lets them know, probably the most impactful thing about a system is it lets people know this isn't the first time you've done it, right? That you have literally a system for this. And that can be reassuring to folks that they know this isn't your first rodeo, that this is how you do it with everybody, and this is how you're the successful person that they heard you were, that you have this system in place. So that communication system is crucial. Now, when we talk about other systems, we look at things like, what are you doing with HEP? How are you getting your HEP to folks? Again, when we consult with clinics, we see this is another place where the ball is dropped in a large manner. A lot of clinics still Xeroxing exercises from a workbook or printing it off from HEP to go or something, which not only takes a lot of your time as individual clinician, but it takes a lot of the patient's time as well, especially if you have to update that or get rid of exercises. You have this person that just has this giant packet of paperwork that they begin to carry. And we've all had those patients come into the clinic that already have a packet from another provider, right? So are you using something like Switchback? Are you using that patient's phone and just recording that stuff and texting to them? Are you using a HIPAA compliant texting app and you're texting, hey, I'll text you in the next hour the 3 things I want you to do. I'll go out in the gym and film myself doing them. I'm going to voice record your reps and sets and what I'm looking for. That makes it so much easier to update those things on the fly. And again, it's more systematic than not doing it that way. Something else is payment. Like what is your payment system? We work with a lot of clinics who have no idea. They've gone so much all in on the brand development side and on being a good clinician, which again, there's nothing wrong with that, but they've only focused on that. And yes, they can get people in the door, they can get people better, but when you ask them anything about their financials, anything about their revenue, they have no idea, right? Hey, I just see patients and they get better and somehow the lights are still turned on. And that's okay in the short term, but when you start to think about, I want to hire somebody else. If you think about, I'm a small practice owner and I want to sell my practice, right? I've been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years. I would like to sell my practice. You're going to need all that information. And if you don't have it, it's going to make any of those decisions very, very, very difficult. So it's very important that we have a system in place for financial stuff as well. So how to communicate with patients, how to get them their homework and communicate with them that way between sessions and adjust their exercises. And then financially, what am I making at the end of the day? What do my expenses look like? Where is my ability to purchase some new equipment, to hire a new clinician, maybe to hire somebody part-time to do admin stuff, whatever your goal is to kind of help expand your practice. If you don't have that system in place to track that information, it's going to be very, very, very difficult. And it's going to be a nightmare for the person that comes in and is trying to audit that stuff and fix it for you. It can often take weeks, months, maybe even a year to come into an established practice and kind of sort out what's going on with the finances. So keep in mind that you save yourself a lot of time with systems, which is kind of the whole point. And when we talk about automation, we kind of cringe, right? Automated stuff is like those emails you receive every single morning. You get a bazillion emails that are all automated ads and stuff. So we kind of associate automation with that. And on the other end of the spectrum, we see advertisements to automate and make 9 figures laying on the beach by automating your practice. And we know that's kind of cringeworthy as well. But there are really important things with automation. We've talked on virtual ICE during the build out of your clinic. As you see patients come in, grabbing their email and dropping it into something like ConvertKit and starting to build a mailing list where you can send out automated emails, not to spam people and try to sell them stuff, but just to have that established communication where you are able to send out an email and say, hey, we're having a workshop on this or that, and you can email your previous patients. And so with the development of these systems, I always encourage people to reverse engineer it, right? Put yourself in the position of your patient and walk yourself through the door. And this can be hard. And I think probably what the best thing you can do is to ask a friend or family member that has not been to your clinic, has not been a patient of yours, to come in for a visit, right? And really what you want them to do is give you feedback on how the whole thing feels, right? Obviously, if they're not having an active issue, the evaluation and stuff is not going to feel too authentic. But from the moment, they contact you for an appointment to the end of them coming in to see you in person, and maybe you don't actually give them an eval, right? Maybe you have them come in, walk them through the process, walk them through what it would look like, and then maybe you go grab a lunch or something. But from the moment they contact you for an appointment to the moment that first visit, real or not, is done, how did it feel? Did it feel like I didn't know what I was doing? Where do you think I could improve on? Were you happy with how quickly and in the variety of ways that you could get a hold of me, right? A lot of clinics are still phone only, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And so if you can't call during those hours, it's going to be hard for you to book an appointment. There's no online scheduler or schedule by text or anything like that. To walking in, hey, what was the parking like? Did you have to pay for parking? A lot of clinics don't even know that their patients might be paying, especially in a big city, paying $15 to park to come see them because they don't have parking in front of the building. So from making an appointment to parking to coming in, how did it feel? Was the paperwork overwhelming? Did you feel like, I wish you would have sent me this paperwork a couple days ago because I could have done it on my own time, that sort of thing. Obviously, how does the clinic look and feel? But then leaving, how did leaving feel? Did you have an idea that this person was definitely going to be contacting me, or had already contacted me, had already put my phone number in the computer and sent me my exercises with the program like Switchback, or even just texted me to leaving the clinic? How did that all feel? So reverse engineer it, and that will really help you know which system you really need to work on. And again, we talked about communication, finances, and dealing with dosing the first exercises for homework, and having a quick way to make adjustments. Maybe Sally says that didn't give me any soreness or increase my pain at all, and you want to increase the dose of that particular exercise. Can you do that quickly? So evaluate those systems. We are obviously big on systems here at ICE, and the onus is on the person developing the systems to make sure that they never become too robotic, that they never become too overwhelming, and that it becomes more about getting plugged into a system and not that individual, especially in the clinic, that individual patient, but overall, business standpoint, the overall customer. So I would challenge you, have your friend, have your mom, maybe a friend from high school or something, invite them out for lunch and say, hey, will you just, contact the clinic, make an appointment, come in and just kind of give me your feedback on how the whole process went. I want to see where my weak areas are that I can improve on. Because again, we see a lot of absolutely rock star clinicians who have a good reputation, who can grab people in the door, get them better over the course of a plan of care, but really drop the ball on their systems. I think, personally, talking about our systems at Health HQ, our number one weak area is our billing. We use a third-party biller, and it's great for the actual billing, but when somebody has a deductible, they send out this paper bill, which I hate. You all know what I'm talking about. It has your account number on it. It has a spot to write in your credit card number or drop a check in the envelope. I've asked a zillion times, is there no way that these folks can pay online? And the answer is no. There's no web pay portal. And they are super, super slow at updating a patient's balance. And so that's literally on my to-do list after this, is to call a patient who is freaking out because she's received a bill every 2 weeks for 8 months for money that she does not owe, that she paid her copay after each visit in cash, and has a zero balance. But the third-party billing system is so messed up that it shows that she continues to carry a balance. And so every 2 weeks she's getting this bill that says pay your bill. And of course, people will tolerate that a few times, but she has gone through being terrified that her credit is going to be messed up to now just being really upset that we're making her throw something away every 2 weeks. So that's on my to-do list to fix after this. But again, that's an area of weakness, and that can sour a plan of care, right? She is not a current patient. She had great outcomes. She was satisfied with her physical therapy, rave reviews, but that kind of back-end system stuff can mess up a patient relationship even after that patient is no longer on your caseload, right? So keep that in mind, right? That person can give you rave reviews, and if they keep getting that stupid bill in the mail every 2 weeks, they might start to say, don't go there. They don't know what they're doing, right? They keep sending me this automated bill, and you can really sour a plan of care even after it's completed if your systems aren't really dialed in. So keep that in mind as well. So that's all I've got for you. I hope you have a great Thursday. Hope you have a great weekend. Remember to hit up Gut Check Thursday. Make some time to get that done this afternoon or maybe later this weekend. Other than that, hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.